I did not expect that to count down the way it did.
Welcome back, listeners. I'm Robin Black. This is It's All About Healing podcast. In today's episode, I have a very special guest, my little brother, Chad. He is with us today, and he lives in California. So it's been a very long time since I've seen him because he hasn't come home and he refuses to come home.
I do.
So when's the last time I saw you? I don't even know how long ago it was.
It
Probably like
has
7
been,
years.
yeah, and counting. I'm
Seven
going for
years.
10.
Whatever. So 7 years, he refuses to come back home, but I cannot wait to see him. But we're going to talk about going back to school in your 30s. So, Chad, what difficulties are you having? Go first of all. What do you do?
Yeah, so I'm a nurse by training. So my background, I did bedside nursing for 5 years, and then had enough of that. And then I went into nursing leadership because I really thought that I could change healthcare through leadership. I'm not someone, or at least me as a nurse, I found more enjoyment and I felt like my impact was made through quality improvement changes and also providing good leadership to staff. And I felt like through that, that's how I can improve patient outcomes. That was my whole big thing. So that's why I went into nursing leadership. And I love it. I actually love what I'm doing. But I also realized that okay, part of leading is growing and having more knowledge. So I decided to go back to school to get my doctor of nursing practice. Um,
Yeah.
so it's a DNP. It's a online program. It's 2 years, 2.5 years. Every class is 8 weeks,
Hmm.
but that is extremely hard to cram everything in 8 weeks. Like every week, something is due. Like, I mean, it could be a discussion post. You think, oh, just write the discussion post, whatever, little 100 words. No, they don't
Yeah.
want it like that. They want you to seriously go and they want us to read the books, which are really good books, which I would love to read at some point if I don't open them. And they want you to go out and find 3 research articles to back up your opinion.
Hmm.
So, and the hardest part is finding the articles. I mean, I spend hours upon hours on these search engines. Like you can't use Google because Google don't
Hmm.
even have it on there, right? Like you'll search in, okay, complexity theory in healthcare, and you get stuff that's way off base. So you can't use Google, so you have to use these academic search databases that has over what probably like a million like journal articles or whatever, and you're just searching keywords and then you're looking through articles. And I spend so much time, like hours, trying to find the right article. And then once you find the article by the title, you have to read the abstract. And you're like, okay, but the abstract is just like a summary. It's not going to give you everything what the article has, and you can't reference the abstract when you're writing your discussion post or really any academic paper. So you have to read the article. I don't like to read,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to find keywords. Like I'm over here trying to okay, I need to type this one word in to see if it finds it in the document, and then I have to read that section. And then
Yeah.
half the time it's not even what you need. It's something else. You have to go all the way back over again and then go find the art. Like, so it's very laborious.
Uh-huh.
And I will say it is good information that I'm getting. Like I am learning a lot through the process of all this,
Hmm.
but it takes too much time. Like, I got
Readers
life.
are leaders, Chad. You need to read.
I
I know. I was just kidding. I don't like to read either.
hard. I can do audiobooks. Now that I can
Great.
definitely do. And I don't. I go to the library. Like honestly, I get a library card and I get it for free because I'm like I pay enough in taxes. I'm not
Uh-huh.
buying a book. Like I can get it free at the library. So that's what I do. And the books I like the most are like professional development books. So um, I like to just grow as a professional and myself. So I really get into those books. So during COVID, actually, I would be at home with nothing else to do besides stare at myself and
Uh-huh.
and I would listen to these books online and I was like, okay, well this is you can't not everything's gonna be audible, chat. You gotta like, read some stuff. So what I learned is I was trying to find books that had like the text and then it would read it to me so I can at least like follow along and at least try to increase my reading comprehension. So I was trying to figure out ways to make that better for myself. Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't like reading, and school is a lot. And going back to school in your 30s is even hard. Like, I finished my MBA in 2020, and I started this program in 2022. So I thought,
Mhm.
oh, 2 years, just finish. No, like it gets harder. Like, I think your body's not accustomed to it anymore. Like, but
Right.
before the MBA, I could literally stay up till 2, 3 in the morning and knock something out. Now, 9, 10 o'clock, oh, they'll get whatever I give them, and that's just going to be it. And I just want to pass. Like, like you're just like, especially when you know the degree is optional too. So like, I actually don't need this degree at all. But I
Yeah.
was like, you know what, this would be good for my own advancement. And when the pressure's off from you having to get like an A, you almost do better because you're not stressed out.
Yeah.
And it's amazing because literally I just finished my leadership class and I had a 98%. I never, when I was an undergrad, and I was really smart, like I would be up, did everything undergrad and even in my master's program. And I wasn't getting 98s in my classes. Like that wasn't a thing. But in
Yeah.
these classes, I am. And I think because the stress is like the pressure is off since it's not required.
Yeah.
Um, and then in the class itself, there's only five of us.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, wow.
it's just five, yeah. And we have like a main instructor, but no one's really teaching you. And that's the next thing too. No one's ever teaching you. So everything is self-taught. Like they'll say, all right, read chapters 1 through 5 in the book. I'm like,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
I will get back to you later on that. That's not going to happen anytime soon.
Right.
Like, what's the
Right.
actual assignment, And then, and we kind of go from there. But yeah,
Yeah, I feel the same thing because when I did my undergrad for psychology, it was just too many papers that I had to write. Like it doesn't matter. It didn't matter what class it was. We had to write essays, and they had to be 1,000 words or more. And it just I got so irritated with that. I was just like, I can't do this anymore. And then you said that was just because it was undergrad. So here it is. You're not an undergrad anymore. You're still having to do the same exact thing. But I guess it makes sense, obviously, because you're getting your doctorate degree, correct?
correct. Yeah. It's the same thing. And I would say that they expect that, so everything has to be in APA format and the expectation is a lot higher.
Mm-hmm.
And the paper, so discussion posts, it depends on the class, but usually out of an 8-week class, probably like 4 or 5 weeks, we'll have discussion posts with responses to 3 different people. And then actual papers themselves, I would say I've only written in one class, probably like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But then again, at this level, that's the expectation. And the papers are like, 10 pages, 6 pages, some are 3 pages. And they're not like, it depends on what you're doing. And then some of it's like reflection based, some of it's like you need to go find the article and tell us what it says. And then you need to have your argument ready to respond to the prompt.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I will say that definitely in grad school, it's a lot. Things are more focused. Things are a lot more. Okay, this is what you need to know. Where undergrad's going to be more liberal in general, and you
Right.
have exams. So also too, there's no tests, like which I
What?
like. There's no exams. There's no
I'm
tests.
so jealous. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There's no tests at all. There's nothing. So it's just papers. So you can spend time arguing whatever point you want to argue, but as long as you hit the points on the rubric, they have to give you the credit, right? So like our rubrics are written very generally. They'll say, okay, did you include 3 citations? Did you put it in APA format? Did you address this concern? As long as you did that,
Hmm.
you're good. Whereas with a test, you be sitting there like, nigga, I don't know. Is it? I'm a pick C, but it might be D. And I looked across the room and she put A. So I don't, it could be A, C, or D, and the test just freak you out. And
Yeah.
I'm not a good test taker. Like,
Me either. I'm not
I'm
at all.
horrible. No.
Hmm.
My SAT score was low. My GRE score was low, but I had a high GPA because I can do the achievement, I can do the academic work. But when it comes
Yeah.
to like tests or even like our own tests and our exams, like I did better with like free response, having that creativity to produce what my knowledge is versus like knowing these questions. Because I'm just like I didn't read that section in the book. I want to read, right? And if I read
Right.
it, I didn't retain it. I was just like, okay, I read it. What did it
Right.
say? said something about someone dying and they had cancer and they came back and then I don't know. Like, you know.
Right. I was the same exact way. It's just like the comprehension was just not. It just
Yeah.
was not there. But I'm the same way. I'm more of a auditory learner. But even if it's not
Mhm.
interesting, it's just not interesting. But
Just
yeah, that
one
is
more.
crazy. So what about the books that you have now? So you said those are rented. You're able to rent books on Amazon.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I got
What?
two books here. Yeah, two looks. It says Amazon Prime says student. So because I'm a student, it even comes with free 2 day shipping, so you don't got to pay for it. Even though you pay for Prime, you pay for the anyway. It don't matter. But you
Yeah.
can rent books, and they're like $15 to rent, which is really nice. So like I rent this for the semester or the 8 weeks I have it, and then I send it back. And the book, like yeah, it's a little, all this damage is not from me because I didn't read the book,
Yeah.
but you see how many times it's been processed on the back. Like it's like so many students have read this book. It
But
must
have
be.
you even opened it?
I know. I haven't. Look, I opened it now, but look.
You haven't even read it. How long have you been in the class, Chad?
Girl, the class is over.
But that's good that you
The
know how
class is
to.
over.
You can test and do really well. Well, not test, but you can still pass the
Right.
class. Because you're just really intelligent. So at least you're lucky in that sense. But what advice do you have for people who are in their graduate degree?
I would say, definitely finish it. Don't stop. Don't take no break because either way it goes, it has to be done. And if you take a break, you kind of get off your like uh what's the word for it? Momentum. So I would
Yeah.
say definitely finish it and commit to it and pick a program that you want to really like learn about because grad school is all about your specialty. So, if you want to do like let's say like for my MBA, I had the choice between a general MBA and a healthcare MBA. And I said, okay, I'm gonna go more healthcare because that's where my strengths are, and that's what I want to really focus my attention to. Because the classes will be a lot easier when you are really interested in what they're teaching you, because you're gonna really be creative. That's what's been successful for me. So for like in this program, I just finished leadership. I love leadership, right? So that's why I didn't read the book, right? But
Right.
I loved it so much that I was able to be creative in different ways to still get my grade. So I
Hmm.
would say definitely pick a program that can fit your schedule because life is busy, things will happen. Plan breaks in between your classes. So like for me, I get like a week or two between each class, and then I get like a longer break in like the winter and the summer. So definitely pick something that works for your schedule and your time off. Do not focus on school. Like if you're done with the class, just return your books and just go back to your family, friends. Really take that time because when you get back into it, it's the same thing again.
Yeah.
And it hit me on Monday actually. The class finished on Friday, and then Monday came home from work and it was like 6:30, and I was sitting there on the couch and I was like, this feels weird. Like I should be doing something. I was antsy. I was like, I'm so used to just coming home and getting the work done that I don't know what to do now.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm not sure if that's good or bad. I haven't really processed it fully. Um, but I don't know. I mean, I think for me, it's just a matter that I'm so used to staying busy all the time that I'm not used to resting. But rest breaks are really important because if you don't take a break, then you'll burn out, and I
Burnout.
don't want to burn
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
is. So, what is the weather like out there? Which part of California are you in? Tell everyone where you're at.
Well, um, I live in Sacramento, California. That's where I live currently. I've been here for 1 year.
Mhm.
Sacramento, California. I would say if you can compare it to any other city. For me, it reminds me of the Midwest a lot. Very similar to that. And that's funny because I moved from Indiana to California to get away from the Midwest. I lived in LA for about 7 years, San Diego for 1 year. So I'm definitely a SoCal person. I love the beach. I love the weather. I love the entertainment. I just love the whole thing. But
Right.
I did move up here for love. So I live with my partner, Frank.
Yeah.
I'm a nurse practitioner. We've been together for a year and a half,
Uh-huh.
something like that now at this point. Um, and that's what brought me here. But
Yeah.
California as a state is beautiful. There's so much to do here. I really do love it. But living in Sacramento, I think actually came at a time where I'm like, you know what? That's the best time to really be in school because there is nothing to do here. Like, I'm serious. Like the weather, it rained for 2 weeks here. Like, I lived in California so this would be my 10th year in California. I've never seen this much rain in my life in one area. I couldn't believe it. 2 weeks. It looks like Indiana, and I was just like, what? So, but anyway, but living here, I mean, I would say with school it's easy because I don't have those like distractions, right? So like in SoCal, everyone's out, everyone's doing something, whatever. But here I don't have that distraction, so I can actually focus on what I want to do, which is nice.
Yeah.
Um, and then and yeah, but no, California is beautiful, and everyone should visit and live. And as
I
a, and
know. I want to come so badly. I have to
come,
see you.
yes, come. We can go. Well, ain't much to do around here, but we can drive to Napa. It's an hour and a half
Yes.
drive. The
I definitely
vineyard,
want to go there.
yeah, Napa's cool. San Francisco's 2 hours away, so all that stuff is always fun. Entertainment.
Yeah.
Um, really good stuff. And then Tahoe, Lake Tahoe. That's where like skiing. They have
Yes.
skiing, boating. What else they have there? It's just like just outdoor hiking. A lot of that stuff's in Tahoe.
I
That's
think, well, I'm not doing that. We don't have to worry about that. But the skiing thing
oh
might be fun.
yeah.
Would you want to do the ski?
I've never skied. I'm scared.
Me
Listen, I don't
either.
ski. I don't swim. But
Right, but I've never gone skiing, so we can do it together, Chad.
yeah, we should do it. I've never
Where's
been.
Frank?
He's at work.
Oh, he's not even there.
He's not here. No, he's saving patient lives.
So
But no.
what's it like when you go to Napa Valley? What is that like? Like I know there's a lot of wine tasting, obviously, but like do a lot of people just get really tipsy or like what exactly do you do there?
I guess I can. I've been in Napa twice, but I can talk more about my SoCal Temecula experiences more. I've had more fun
Uh-huh.
in Temecula, which is in SoCal versus Napa. But Napa, it's expensive. So wine
Okay.
tasting is $70 for one
Hmm.
tasting,
Hmm.
compared to SoCal Temecula, that's $35. Now they say that okay, the wine in Napa is way better, versus other places. I can't tell. Like I'm sitting here like, let me drink this wine. But I can't tell what the grapes are doing. I can't tell. Oh, they're like, they'll come to you and go, oh, this is, from the vineyard of this family, been in 50 years, and this grape sat there for 3 years and fermented and just taste it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you know, and they're like, drink it
Okay.
slow, drink it, So, but it's very beautiful. It's a lot of greenery, a lot of vineyards.
Mhm.
It's very hilly, so it's kind of like a countryside atmosphere. Um, you must make a reservation, so make sure you do that.
Okay.
But other than that, yeah, it's very chill. But Temecula is my favorite only because it is a little bit cheaper. And
Mhm.
I felt like all the wineries were kind of lined up together. So like I love to go to different wineries to get like different experience because every winery is different.
Yeah.
So in Temecula, I was a member at two or three of the different wineries there. And as a member, you get free tastings, you get discount on like the food there, like lunch. So typically, like a standard trip will be me and some friends going out to the winery. We would plan out three different wineries, and then if I had a membership I wanted those ones I wanted to go to, I would say, okay, let's do a free tasting here, free tasting there. We'll sit in the members only section.
Yeah.
We'll get as much wine as we really want to at that point, and then we may go get some lunch, which will be discounted because of the membership, and just really spend like half a day or really the whole day out there just relaxing, driving around. I mean, be careful who's driving, right? But
Yeah.
like just really enjoying ourselves and seeing everyone else too, and you kind of get a little dressed up. And if the weather's super nice, you can sit outside. Most wine tastings are outside,
Yeah.
like sunshine, and you just kind of relax and just chill. And you kind of get, and it's kind of nice of you, like it's like you drive like an hour to 2 hours away from your house, So it's very therapeutic. It's like a small like day trip.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
go and you just really
Yeah.
just like enjoy it. So I think everyone should go wine tasting. If you drink, if you don't drink, you still go and just eat lunch and you know have some sparkling punch. I don't know. So
Yeah. And what is Temecula? Well, where is that at? What is that?
yeah, so Temecula is down in SoCal. It's an hour from San Diego, 2 hours
Okay.
from LA, and
Mhm.
it's more so LA and San Diego are more on the coast, right? And the
Yeah.
wineries are not by the coast. They're actually more east, kind of
Okay.
more towards, I guess, the desert, you would say. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, so it's like a, hour one way, 2 hours another way, and it's just a bunch of wineries, and you'll see
Yeah.
people having like parties, birthdays. I've had my birthday there a few times. It's just kind of open to whoever, and you just relax. They have like events there too. They have like concerts. They have different activities that you can do. It's fun.
Yeah. I bet. And how old are you now? Are you 33 yet?
I'll be 33 this year in
In August.
August.
Okay.
Don't age me. Don't age me. Don't age
Because when I realized you're only 4 years behind me, I was just like, we're the same age. Like, I always thought that it just seemed like we were so far apart when we were younger, and now I'm
Yeah,
like, we're the exact same age.
basically, yeah, at this point. I know because like growing up and like um hanging out with you like all the time, I had so much fun. And like I learned, and I don't know if I ever told you, I think I maybe have before, but like I learned so much through you. Like,
Really?
yes, like you were the reason why I got my first job, and you didn't know that, but like because I saw you working and I saw you getting jobs, and like I saw how you would call a place to check on like your application,
Yeah.
and just I just saw what you did. So literally, I just did the same thing. So like you
Oh,
were a
that's
really
so
big
sweet.
influence on me. My dad even said it. My dad was like, "Oh yeah, Robin for sure helped you grow up." Like you were very impactful in my life, especially during that time because I was,
Yeah.
like I was like a, what, eighth grader, seventh grader
Yeah.
in middle school, and then I think we started hanging out more when I was in high school and stuff. And
Hmm.
literally, like at that point, that's kind of like where you're kind of deciding, okay, which direction in life do I want to go to? And you really inspired me to like, go get a job, go work, take care of your business. Like I learned a lot through you. So therefore, when it became my turn to do these things, I kind of already knew what to do because it was already modeled for me. So it
Yeah.
wasn't a lot of like guessing. I could just follow what I learned, and it was easy. Um,
That is so sweet, Chad. Thank you.
yeah.
Aw. For anyone who doesn't know, so even though I still call him my little brother, we met when you were 12,
Yeah.
right? And our parents dated,
Mhm.
and they dated for years. I don't even know how long it was, but
Right.
so I always called him my little brother, and I'm still he's all to me he's always gonna be my little brother. But I still remember the day we met when we went to Kings Island, and
Oh,
how he started messing with me. There was We were sitting in the back seat, and he just started hitting me for no reason, and I was just looking like, little boy, because I think I was only 16 at the time, and
yeah.
you were 12. But I just absolutely fell in love with Chad that day, and from that day on, we were just absolutely inseparable. Even my
Yeah.
my boyfriends at that time had to deal with Chad, and they
Yes.
didn't like that because I took Chad with me everywhere. So
Yes.
if we were going on a date or whatever, they were like, I'm like, Chad's coming too. So they
Yes.
had to deal with Chad.
Exactly. Yeah. I was always around. And, like, it was fun. Like, I mean, they just got used to me and it was like just part of it. I mean, it just
Yeah.
went with it. Yeah. Like, it was, oh my gosh. I remember, I won't say names, but yes, I remember all of them. And
Like, it was
not,
not a
not, not,
lot.
not like that. Sorry. Not like that. Not like that. But I
Like,
remember like all the ones. Well, no, I didn't mean it like that. Like, I
how
know,
many
I
it was
remember.
only two, or was it just the one? I don't even remember. It was so long ago.
It was like two or three, but mainly like two.
I don't know.
It was like two. Yeah, it wasn't more than like
It was
it's
years
like
ago. And now I've been
yeah.
single for God knows how long. Oh dear God. Like what? Over a year? So who knows? But oh well. And I see you finally have my shirt on because I've been asking him to
Yes.
put that shirt on
Oh,
for 3 weeks now.
3 weeks. Now see the shirt. Look at my
Thanks
shirt.
for whatever, Chad. Something is wrong with you.
I like the shirt. It fits well. Like I like it. It
Thank
fits nice
you.
on me too. Yeah. I never thought I'll fit a large, but here I am. So
Thank you so much, Chad. It's been such a good time talking to you. I know you have to go.
yes.
Yes. Are you late?
I don't know. I mean, I'm never on time, so it's okay.
That's not a good excuse. That doesn't
I know, I
justify it.
know. No. I need to be serious. No, I'm good. I'm good on time. Yeah. But thanks for having me though. Like honestly, I've been wanting to be on the show and I have no clue. This is new for me. I've never been on a podcast before, so I probably should have opened up with that. But this has been a lot of fun and like, I don't know, I like it. I might do a podcast myself.
No, you're
Maybe.
not. I
I
don't
feel
know
bad.
why you.
Go ahead. Yeah, let me not hear and tell that lie.
Yeah. No,
I ain't
you're
got
not.
no
I know
podcast.
you too well. You would not do it. You would not do it. But it has
No,
been such a fun time talking to you and catching up. And I will definitely have to get out to California, hopefully sometime soon, once I figure everything out here. But yeah,
for sure. Yeah, I
but
would
I
love it.
love you.
I love you too, and I cannot wait to see you in person. And yeah, but call me when you're in this call, though.
Okay. All right, you guys, that's It's All About Healing podcast again with Robin and Chad. You guys have a wonderful day.
All right, bye.
Bye.